Welcome back. Singapore says it will invest in infrastructure to unlock its growth potential. Billions of dollars are being set aside in the newly announced Budget 2025 to develop the country's air hub status and to tackle resource constraints. Resources will also be poured into protecting the island from climate change. Rachel Teng reports.
It's Changi Airport's largest expansion project to date. The future Terminal 5 will add capacity for another 50 million passengers each year, on top of Changi's current capacity of 90 million. At Budget 2025, Prime Minister Lawrence Wong announced a $5 billion boost to the Changi Airport Development Fund. Mr. Wong also spoke about the need to address newer challenges, sunrise industries like AI, semiconductors and bio-pharmaceuticals are energy intensive. With that in mind, Mr. Wong said moving into clean energy is now a national imperative. The Future Energy Fund will receive a $5 billion top-up for clean energy infrastructure. And one space to watch is nuclear energy, a low-carbon energy source used globally. While Singapore deemed conventional nuclear tech to be unsuitable back in 2010, things have since changed.
We continue to keep a close eye on nuclear energy developments and progressively build capabilities in nuclear safety over the past decade to keep our options open. Since then, we have seen significant advancements in nuclear technologies. One such development is that of small modular reactors, or SMRs, which have better safety features than conventional reactors. We will therefore study the potential deployment of nuclear energy in Singapore. We will take further steps to systematically build up our capabilities in this area.
Now, Singapore has signed agreements with the US on civil nuclear cooperation and is working on more. PM Wong says the government will also reorganize itself to put greater emphasis on the overall efforts in this area. Apart from helping the country assess cost effectiveness, there will also be a continued focus on safety. To future-proof Singapore and keep high tides and storm surges at bay, $5 billion will go towards the Coastal and Flood Protection Fund.
The actual implementation of measures could stretch over 2 decades or longer, starting from the 2030s onwards. But it would be prudent to set aside funds now to ensure we can proceed with these major investments, which will benefit both current and future generations.
Singaporeans too have a part to play in the nation's sustainability journey. To nudge the switch to a greener lifestyle, an added $100 in climate vouchers will be given to HDB households, with the scheme extended to private households. Meantime, a push towards greening the transport sector with clean energy usage. New schemes will also be introduced to boost the adoption of cleaner heavy vehicles, with the government co-funding charging infrastructure. The road tax add-on for EVs will be expanded to electric heavy goods vehicles and buses.
A Member of Parliament, Polly San, says a $5 billion top-up to the Future Energy Fund will help accelerate the nation's journey towards net zero. She says it could be used to bring companies and the government together to study nuclear energy as an option before making the final decision on it.
Perhaps even look at a prototype solution that can be implemented in somewhere, maybe not within our mainland, perhaps could be one of our islands. That's my own thinking, that to give us a sense of how do we actually run a light nuclear reactor energy production plant.
Ms. Poh says a separate $5 billion boost to the Changi Airport Development Fund can ensure the future Terminal 5 stays ahead of the game. Ms. Poh is Vice President of Changi Airport Group, overseeing planning for the upcoming terminal. She says the fund will help explore new technological solutions to a manpower crunch in an airport that hires up to 60,000 people.
Hopefully, we are able to tap into these funds early to help the entire airport community, the airlines, the airport, the ground handlers, solve existential problem, as well as give us that quantum leap in our capabilities so that we can remain a very competitive air hub, because competition is very, very stiff in this area.